going to be my 2023 garden tour. We're going to check out what I had growing this year. This might be the last chance I get to do this before busy season starts for me. And we might get a early frost mid-September, so this might be the last chance I get to do this. So it's nighttime. What is this, September 15th? We're getting Hurricane Lee tomorrow, and who knows what it's going to knock down around here. So, from the front part of the house, I got some heartleaf aster, some bone set, these other purple flowers. I don't know. I never caught on to what these were. These got nibbled down by a woodchuck, and they're a little stunted this year. Verbena. We got this goldenrod. I'll have to key this out over the winter. I have good pictures of it, but right now I just don't have time to key it out. You can see how breezy it is tonight. I mean, usually the wind dies down at this point. Alright. Big bush, a Symphyotrichum. Again, not sure what species it is. We got the, what's it called? Ionactus? Stiff leaf aster. Really prickly looking thing. Beautiful flowers. But it's just a very, what would you call it? Very small, diminutive plant. Good for like the edge of the garden. I should probably plant it out closer to the edge. Another heartleaf aster. Just a little tiny stalk coming out of the ground. More of that bone set or agatina? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get a chance to see the flowers. More verbena. Another big patch of verbena. We got the New England asters. Doing very well. Its first year sitting here. These were grown from seed this winter, from Wild Seed Project. Pretty sweet. Bunch of Symphyotrichum. There's more of that Agritina. What's it called? Agritina altissima. There's some yarrow hiding in the middle there. And then I moved some more Symphyotrichums. I think multiple different species. Right along the edge of the patio. Maybe try to build a wall of Symphyotrichums along this someday. Alright, that's it for the front. Here's the resident mouser. See ya! Wild cucumber. Probably got up to 11 feet tall. You see the cukes hanging. Just fun to watch. There were so many flowers. I mean, this thing had like 3,000 flowers hanging off this little thing this year. It didn't seem to host many like prolific bugs. A lot of gnats, a lot of like very, very small bugs were hanging out on it. But it all counts. We'll see. These might be perfect for there's a little seed bomb through the winter. You know, collect all these, and while I'm driving, just throw a little wild cucumber. I heard they're kind of aggressive, and they might be a pain in the ass. I see some growing down by the river, so I don't know if this self-pollinated itself, or if it actually, there's probably another plant, 700 feet that way. I don't know if a pollinator brought pollen over and pollinated this. Pollinate. I don't know. But it's already starting to die. You see it getting withered away. September 15th today. Alright, and I reached out to someone on Facebook in the native garden scene, and they gifted me so many Symphyotrichums back in middle of May. And here's one. Here's another. These are both heartleaf asters. I'm not sure what this one is. It's closely related, but it's definitely not the heartleaf. It's got like this starfish shape to it. I have no clue, but just so covered in flowers. Oh, it's just gorgeous. All on the side of the house. These, I think, prefer shade, and this is one of the few shady sections I have around the house. What else do I have? Comptonia, the sweet fern. I saw some caterpillars. There was three caterpillars. I'm forgetting the genus that they're coming from, but they were living on this for weeks back in August. And they're gone. I'm not sure if they went somewhere. Who knows? Willow herb. Some of the willow herb. I don't know if it's a native species. Again, something I'm going to have to key out over the winter. I took photos of it. But you can see some of the seeds are left, if I can focus. And that strange V-shaped seed dispersal mechanism. I mean, this stuff is all over our property. The willow herb. I don't know why I needed to bring it down here, but I did. Ta-da. The broadleaf aster, yet to bloom, whereas these are already about to lose their petals. There's another broadleaf aster from that same friend I reached out to on Facebook. She gave me broadleaf aster. What'd you call them? Like little rootlings. Erictides, I don't know. Popped up here. Yeah, there's a lamb's quarter. This is probably, I don't know, some garlic, some mustard, something in the mustard family. I don't know what that is. I didn't plant it. I let it grow. More broadleaf aster. Don't mind the hanging plants. I'm just gonna chop those up for soil next year. More of Symphyiotrichum. I let the ragweed grow. Here's the ambrosia, Artemisia folia, something like that. More broadleaf aster. What is this? Eurybia macrophylla, I believe. Here's more of that heartleaf aster. A little bit of Prunella vulgaris coming through. This, what's it called? Self-heal. All the seeds are empty, gone. More Symphyiotrichum. More of that heartleaf aster. Another ambrosia, the ragweed. Sweet fern again. Here's the propane tank. My giant cluster of goldenrod. Now these bloom back in July, or like June, like end of June these were blooming. They're just now getting to dispersal point. They're getting all fluffy. And these just started going off like 2 weeks ago. So there's 2 species in this giant bush here. This stuff fed so many bugs this year. It's really cool to have goldenrod in your garden. Adds so much color. Feeds so many bugs. I definitely recommend it. And another species of goldenrod, maybe the same as these, I don't know. They're extremely difficult to key out. Asters are very, very, very complex. Another giant patch of Symphyiotrichum. More New England aster, which has fallen down here on the ground, over there. I got a little patch of fireweed down here, which hasn't bloomed. Maybe next year it will. I don't think this spot is the right condition for it. It's kind of hiding in the middle of these tall bushes. More verbena. Maybe I have too many verbena. I have like 6 of these plants going. This giant patch of sunflowers. I think those are near native. I don't think those are straight native. We'll get back to those. Spirea, tomentos. There's a seed head where all the flowers were. We got a Nothera. I think it's just common evening primrose. Biennis. More of the Eurybia macrophylla. The broadleaf aster. Didn't bloom this year. Joe Pye weed. This got munched hard by a groundhog back in, let's say June, July. It's just starting to bloom now. What is this? The flat top aster. Dolingeria. Something. Umbellata. I've got another aster here. Unsure. It's not even flowering. This one I dug up on the property and brought over. This is not from seed. What do we have over here? There's a... Can't even tell. There's a sedge here. Some kind of carex growing right here. Hopefully. Get some height to it next year. Another aster I'm unsure of. A lobelia. Where did I get this from? Edgewood Nurseries out in Falmouth. This lobelia, I put this in the ground a week and a half ago. And it was flat to the ground. And it's already popped up. Resident Mouser. More Symphyotrichum. By our burn barrels. I mean, this whole, all the soil here in this garden is polluted with glass and melted plastic, all from these burn barrels. My grandparents just burned fucking everything in these barrels, and they used it for decades, like 4 decades, just dumped shit all down this hill. All down this hill, there's melted plastic and glass. I found parts of like a ceramic baby doll. I've seen, well, like right here where my foot is, I dug up an oven rack. A rack to like an oven. It was just chilling here. So it's nice to plant over this. I cut myself on glass a couple times this year. Just digging up through this dirt where I was just clearing soil, and I'd cut myself on glass. There's glass all through this garden. So it's nice to just like plant over this. Hopefully just have it full and never have to dig through it again. Just let it go. Oh, what is this? Some kind of helianthus. You know, and we got a little caterpillar hanging out. Standing up. I'm zoomed too out. Look at this. Okay. There's more of the Dolingeria. The flat top aster. More goldenrod. All these are going to be beautiful next year. That's... I don't know. I don't know what that is. There's a cerzium. Cesium. It's a thistle. Probably a bull thistle. Probably a non-native. More Joe Pye. Yeah, check out this. I think it's a helianthus. I think it's a near native. I forget the species. I think it's native up to like Pennsylvania. But it is just such a show. I mean, this thing has 200 flowers going off right now. And there's just moths all over it. During the day, you got bumblebees. At night, moths. You see one right there. Got stuck on this ledge. Oh, right here. Loosestrife. The yellow loosestrife. Lyrica? I'm forgetting the species name. Yellow loosestrife. We got another goldenrod. Let's get this zoom right. Another goldenrod. Those were transplanted. Not by seed. Oh, I just stepped on the sedge. Fuck. Pycnanthemum. I have a pycnanthemum. Mountain mint. Just put it in a month ago. So I don't think it's going to bloom this year. But hopefully it's a shower next year. No more growing. Be a shower. Something dead. I don't think that survived. Monarda. Some species of Monarda. The bee balm. Nice fragrance. Another patch of Symphyotrichum. It fell right over, the branch snapped. What else do we have that I don't step on? Alright, we're back. My phone kicked me out of the camera program. I think I've been out here too long. I think I just like hear myself talk. Another Symphyotrichum. Not looking too healthy, kind of bent over. But he'll grow some roots and maybe be a little bit more showy next year. What do we have? Another goldenrod. Another goldenrod, the zigzag goldenrod from the Maine Audubon Society. What else? Oh, Asclepias tuberosa, the butterfly milkweed. Another plant I put in, I don't recall. Another aster, probably a Symphyotrichum. Here's a head off that sunflower. I think a Helianthus. Here it is. It's right in front. I mean, look at this thing. Look at the bloom. And the verbena up there, and there's that goldenrod I showed at first. So I'm at the bottom of the slope now. And there's up the garden to the house. Spirea. This thing is freaking awesome. This has been blooming since June and constantly giving new blooms over and over and over. Spirea. Spirea alba. What is next? What is this? The pearly everlasting Anaphalis? Anaphalis? Something something. More Joe Pye. The visitor I scared off. This evening primrose I let grow this year in that nice candelabra shape. I saw tons of primrose moth in the flowers this year. And we got another nettle, another stinging nettle I put in the garden. Don't ask me. I think I just like the irritating species. That's why I kept the ragweed in the garden. I got stinging nettle. Something else that's kind of bothersome. Yeah, here's the old tree stump. And we move over and we got more goldenrod. Bud. Scared me. More of that loose strife. There it is. There's that fringed. The fringed willow herb. The little tiny flowers coming up for tomorrow. It won't focus. There's another patch. Fringed willow herb. We got more goldenrod. The seaside goldenrod. My Virginia rose. More goldenrod. Monarda. Again, I don't remember what this is. I think it's a Eupatorium. Look at those leaves. I think I'm stepping on something else. Nope. Thimbleweed, tall thimbleweed, I believe this is. Stinging nettle, again. I don't know why I put it in the garden. It's just got those nice, like, droopy blooms when it blooms. More Monarda. Oh, forget what this is. Got more of the pycnanthemum, the mountain mint, more tall thimbleweed. What is this? I'm forgetting what this plant is. We got another Yoop, the bone set. Common milkweed down here on the side by the apple trees. I don't know. I don't know what this is. A lobelia? I think it's a lobelia. More of the silver rod. And here's a huge patch of the ambrosia, the ragweed. The number one cause of fall allergies right here, ambrosia. And so far in life, it doesn't affect me. So I'll let it bother other people. We got more of the calisthesia growing all over. What is this? We got curly dock leaves, I think. There's supposed to be a plant at the bottom of all this shit. It's a maple leaf viburnum. It's not very maple leaf like though. The sumac, staghorn sumac. I reached out to someone on Facebook and they let me come over to their property and dig it up, so I didn't look like a maniac on the side of the highway digging up sumac. Some type of bulrush I put in here. Here's a better example, the same species. Some kind of bulrush. Okay, no focus. Don't matter. No one really cares about the graminoids anyway. But you never know. Might pique your interest. Big Joe Pye weed. This is my best patch. This is its first time flowering this year. Big patch of it. Been feeding moths all summer long. Moths love the Joe Pye weed. More spirea. There's a cherry species. I think it's choke cherry. Here's my winterizing seed rodent-proof box. I grew everything in this year. There's nothing left. A couple empty boxes that didn't germinate. Asclepias tuberosa. Couple seed pods. Let's go back. Let's see. More of that zigzag goldenrod. Beautiful. Love the goldenrod. Everyone should be growing this. The Erectites, I don't know. There's another Monarda. Here's a fully grown species, feeding tons of butterflies this year. And bumblebees, another Symphyotrichum. There's that Virginia rose, we're on the top side now. The sumac. And here's my other Asclepias tuberosa. And look at these seed pods coming this year. Oh my god. It was back in like end of July. I thought I'd never see a seed pod on these. And I have like 20 here. 20. I'm gonna be begging people to get rid of these things. They're just so funny shaped. They look so different from the common milkweed seed pods. Very fuzzy. Pubescent. Monarda. Another sedge. Species of sedge. More of that Spirea tomentosa. And there's the Spirea alba. More Rudbeckia, the green-headed coneflower. Something there. I'm forgetting what I planted there. I think there's some ground nuts I put in the ground here. Ground nuts. Another Onothera. I think this is Onothera fruticosa. And then an Onothera biennis. What do we got? These are... What is this ground plant? The wild strawberry, I believe it is. Vining plant. It's moved. I planted it here. It's moved that way. It's moved that way and that way. It's a goldenrod. Alright, back to my rodent-proof box for all my seeds I grew this year. Here's my giant lobelia. Lobelia cardinalis. This thing was huge this year. We had record rainfall this year in Maine. I couldn't tell you how much we got, but anyone I've talked to has never seen a whole year this wet. All summer. I don't think we got 2 days of sunshine without rain. I mean, usually we get 2 weeks of sunshine without rain. More yarrow, still in bloom, halfway through September. Giant lobelia. Yeah, it loved the rain this year. I'm not sure how this will look next year. A lot of seed pods going on. And it's self-fertile. So I think all of these are viable. I can put these down by the river. It might take over the multiflora rose, who knows? Yeah, here's that calisthesia I was talking about. The false bindweed. Here's the flower. Still middle of September. I've been seeing these things flower since end of June. And there's another soon-to-be flower right there. These are the leaves. Vining everywhere. Everywhere on this slope. What? I also, alright. That way, I put in some clematis that way, and there's a black oak somewhere on the property that way. We'll see how that looks 2 years from now, 3 years from now. When I come back to revisit this video, see how things have changed since. Here's another space I started growing. Here's the back porch. Right off the back porch, we got more of that helianthus. We've got a Symphyotrichum. We've got another Asclepias tuberosa. I have no clue what this is. I've been waiting for this to flower. What is that? Really wrinkly leaves. Prominent venation. Serrated leaves. And it looks like... I don't know. I can't tell. Swamp milkweed. More Spirea tomentosa. Hopefully those are much more showy next year. Whatever that is. Another verbena. Green-headed coneflower. And that's about it. Shrubby St. John's wort chilling here. Not looking too hot. We have down here one last spot I planted right next to the groundhog hole. We got another staghorn sumac, Another green-headed coneflower. That's some non-native phlox. I might keep it. We'll see. And that's the rhubarb patch. That's a big patch of Symphyotrichum. And then some goldenrod. Alright. Bye all.